What up, guys? It is another episode of Sesh and Mesh. I am your host, Mixed by 8i. What is Session Mesh? Session Mesh. That is, try saying that 10 times fast. This is a this is a show or live, basically, where I just get on here, I mix, I show you everything, no holes barred, nothing off the table. You can also ask me questions. So if you're live on the Twitch, welcome. Stream. You can ask your questions in the chat below. When I see them, I'll answer them. I generally don't answer questions while I'm mixing because that's my zen time. But I do want to open up a session where, or a part of this live where I just answer questions. Okay. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. Thank you for watching. In this episode, we're going to do sort of a challenge. We are going to mix only with stock plugins. I know, right? Wow. Why are you doing that? You have so many third-party plugins. I get it. Cool. The reason I'm doing this is to show you that you can get just as good of a mix with what you have in your DAW. It's how I had to start. I didn't have money for third-party plugins. So that's what I had to go with. This is a blank session. The only thing I did was come in here and level it out. So I wanted to eliminate that time of that. So I pretty much got a good level. I did a little bit of production during the fact. Other than that, there is essentially no processing that has to do with mixing whatsoever. Okay. I do have my effects tracks that I route to, but as you can see, I made them inactive because the goal is to try to emulate the same thing with the stock effects, just to show you you don't need the best to be the best. It's all about this and this. Okay, when you need to know how to get this, which if you're listening on the podcast version, this is your mind. You need to know how to get the sound out of your head into your DAW and make sure it's accurate to what's in your head via your ear. Okay, so without further ado, because I like to talk, I go into my rambling sessions. We are going to get started. So the name of this song is No Name. We called it On Sight because I believe that's what the beat was called. But this is a song that me and my brother G Maestro Don, who's actually here, he just didn't show up. And let me turn on this light. I am dark in here. Hold on. So my brother G Maestro, we both wrote this song. It's for our project called Therapy Sessions, which release date to be announced. But this is a song that we created. It has like a mafia-esque style to it. And so that's pretty much the vibe that we were going for. And so you'll hear my vocals. You'll hear my vocals first, and then you'll hear his vocals, and then all of the production in between. So that's the only effects, like I said. So let's hear what we got. And this will be my first time listening to it today. So let's check it out. I'll turn my mic off. Had to make a turn like an elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah, I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. I just got a call on the lick. Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'm a dog the pussy like I'm Vic. And she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top floor making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to Maestro. It's the call up, bro.
Drive-by's done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking for listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap, just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, but still it costs. Niggas be wanting my respect. That shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Okay.
Cool. All right. So, like I said, the challenge is to mix with only stock plugins. And I love the mix that I put on here so far. The levels, the balance, everything is there. There are quite a few things that I would adjust. And so, you know, not to take up too much of your time. So what I would like to do is just mix with these stock plugins and then explain my process after the fact. Had to make a turn like an elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we bossin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. I just got a call on the lick. Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'm a dog the pussy like I'm Vic. And she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top floor making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to Maestro. It's the call up, bro.
Drive-by's done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking for listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap, just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, but still it costs. Niggas be wanting my respect. That shit gon' cost them. Cause Bitch, I'm awesome. Okay.
Okay. So let's start from left to right. I had to make a turn like an elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Woo! I had to make a turn like an elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Woo! Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas. Proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. I had to make a turn like an elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. Nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas. Proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Yeah. That's that frosting. Woo! Hey, go! Call on the lick, touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'ma dog the pussy like I'm Vic, and she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. No. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top flow, making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to I had to make a turn like an elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Ooh, that's nasty right there. Put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas. Proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. Hey, go! I just got a call on the lick. Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'ma dog the pussy like I'm Vic, and she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. No. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top flow, making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. I had to make a turn like an elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Woo! Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas. Proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. Hey, go!
I just got a call on the lick. Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'ma dog the pussy like I'm Vic. And she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top flow, making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. Ayy, had to make a turn like a elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks. Laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes. Making moves like we still broke. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution.
There we go. Yep. That's it. And that's all you gotta do. Okay. We'll leave it at that. I'm just gonna throw on a maximum because I am jumping around a lot. So I want to stay around whatever range.
Ayy, had to make a turn like a elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks. Laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes. Making moves like we still broke. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution. That's that. Ayy, had to make a turn like a elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks. Laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes. Making moves like we still broke. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. I just got a call on the lick. Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'ma dog the pussy like I'm Vic. And she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top flow, making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to Mike.
Yes, sir. Let's try this.
Ayy, had to make a turn like a elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks. Laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes. Making moves like we still broke. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting. But niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck. But nigga, we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake. Nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. I just got a call on the lick. Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'ma dog the pussy like I'm Vic. And she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top flow, making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to Maestro. It's the call up, bro.
Drive-by's done in the sprinter, and we spin the block till it's.
Ayy, had to make a turn like a elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo. I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Woo. Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat
Yes,
top
sir.
ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting, but niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck, but nigga we boussin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake, nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. I just got a call on the
that ain't
lick.
gonna work.
Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'ma dog the pussy like I'm Vic. And she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top flow, making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to Maestro. It's the call up, bro.
Drive-by's done in the sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking for listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Years from now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist.
Okay, so as far as my vocals, I'll take a quick break here. So as far as my vocals, although I got a really good level, the thing that I felt the most concerned about with my vocals was that I was very muddy, but I was also very harsh and bright, and I attribute that to the mic that I was working on. I used the blue microphone to record this at my brother's house. I love blue microphones. From my experience, they have more of that top end covered, and so it's just brightness adding on top of an already pretty much bright voice. And so that mic, I don't think I'm very compatible with it. It doesn't mean that I don't record with it. I do when I can, and it doesn't mean that I can't fix that. But I also know my technique for this, or combating that at the time, was to step a little bit more closer to the mic. And the idea was to hopefully get a little bit more of the bottom end of my voice to overshine that harshness, and I think I failed quite miserably. So we work with what we got, but you'll notice I started off with the compressor, and this is the stock compressor, but I also went into de-essing because, like I said, there's that harsh sibilance. Standard male vocal range, I did at 6,000 hertz. I tried to go a little bit downward, but this frequency range was where it kind of like popped out. And so I just took out about 6 dB of that harshness and that sibilance in that area. I EQ before I compress, but I like to compress before I start using EQ. And my mindset is to hear what I want in the end. So I begin with the end in mind. So if I got the compressor and then I put an EQ above it, now I know what that EQ, now I know how that EQ is affecting that compression, and I'm not going into it blind. And so with this stock compressor, I started off with the very fast attack, very slow release. That's kind of my standard, just to kind of get a gauge of what I'm listening for and to know when I got the right settings. As you can see, we got an attack of 19 milliseconds, so we're allowing quite a bit of that transient to come through, but not enough to where it's like the vocal, the compressor is not working as fast. And so I felt like 20 milliseconds is pretty much a good starting point. 10 milliseconds is really a great starting point to start with vocals, but I went as far back as 20 milliseconds. The release is about 80. That's pretty much standard. Right about there, especially on this song, is where that compressor starts to let up after I stop talking. But while I'm still rapping, it's not letting up so fast that it introduces pumping. We got essentially a 2-to-1 ratio. Got the threshold coming down at about 22 decibels. Got the gain. We got about 6 dB, 3 to 6 dB of gain reduction. I'm only boosting the gain. I'm only making up about 2 dB of that. Got it set up here at 1.5. Once I can hear the compression, well, once I know how the compressor is affecting my vocal, I move up in the chain and I start to do the EQ. So the EQ is very simple, and I actually may just get back to integrating the stock Pro Tools in my work, the stock Pro Tools EQ, instead of just doing, third-party plugins, because it feels like I never left when I pulled this plugin up. This is, pretty standard. Like I said, I was fighting with harshness and both muddiness at the same time. So my EQ settings project that. So we got a boost, we got a cut at 250, that 250 hertz range. We're sitting at 266, almost 267 hertz. And I'm doing a shelf at about a dB and a half. We got negative 1.3 dB. And that was right about where that vocal started to become thin. So it was a very brittle area. Very, very thin. I almost could have got away with just not doing that. Essentially there really isn't a problem. So you do a cut like 1 dB and it's like, well, you might as well shouldn't have did anything. But that little cut just really like allowed the higher part of my vocals to come through just a little bit without it sounding too thin. Naturally, we already did the de-essing, but I took out 5 kilohertz. Did a very narrow cut, a very narrow bell right there at 3 dB because that's harshness, getting rid of that. This last little boost that you see here is at the 8K hertz range, and that's standard. That comes with every vocal. I like to get that top end as much clarity as possible, or as much presence in that range. That's presence and sheen. That's what make a vocal sound like a pop vocal, or that is pretty standard in that pop vocal mainstream rap range. I'm almost always going to go with that. Again, my vocal is bright, so doing as much as I can get away with here. After I did all of that, the only thing that I felt was concerning was, okay, I took out 200 hertz. That vocal has its points where it sounds a little bit thin. And I did notice that I started to lose a little bit of that clarity. And so I threw in an EQ rather than go through and try to tweak the chain going into compression, and then we got an issue. So I just decided, let's just throw on another EQ. Okay, let's just get the problem handled as quickly as possible. And so what I did was I just did another cut at 260 hertz, right about where we did our first cut, because my theory on EQ is whatever I want to shine, if ever you want something to shine, cut what's before it. And so again, that frequency range is a little muddy for me. So I just cut away with as much as I could get away with. In this case, it was a 2 dB cut at 260 hertz. But right above that, around that 800 hertz range, is where I know a lot of people cut that out, but in this case, I want my vocal, that's where a lot of that clarity and that the intelligibility, if that's a word, that's where your vocals really start to open up. And so you got to be careful when you're cutting around the 600 to 800, and even going up into the mid to upper 1000 hertz range. Got to be very careful about where you cut there, because you can cut out a lot of your clarity and just destroy your vocals if you cut too much of that. I normally cut around that range because my voice is also very honky. I tend to sing with my nose, so it's a bit nasally. I know I got to get trained singing lessons. I will when I get the money for it. Um, but I found in this case around that 800 hertz range, if I boosted it just a little bit, that vocal just becomes a lot more clear. It tends to sit a little bit more on the beat. And alternatively, if you feel like your vocals are sitting too high up on the beat, but it's not a level issue, that's where you would dip around that frequency and take out some of that clarity in that vocal. Not too much. Like I said, that's a very delicate spot. Um, you definitely want to be careful around that range, but in this case I found it helpful to boost my vocal around that range. Naturally um I like to hear a little bit of grit in my vocal, give my vocal excitement. And I love, like I said, it's nothing wrong with using stock plugins. However, they can come off a little bit too distilled, a little bit too clean sounding. And I believe that was the problem, switching over from hardware to digital plugins, was that it sounded just too clean. It sounded too perfect. And so, I threw in a little bit. I always like to throw in some form of harmonic saturation and distortion to get that vocal, or get whatever it is that I'm trying to affect, just to dirty it up a little bit. I call it getting dirty. So this is the lo-fi plugin. Everything about this plugin is just destructive, but in a good way. And so this just so happens to come with Pro Tools. I just threw on some distortion. I tried to get some saturation, but it kind of muddied up my vocal, kind of dulled it a little bit, and I felt like that defeated the purpose of all of the processing that I did beforehand, so I just took that off. But that distortion just added a little bit of grit, and you'll see here that I didn't add much of it. I probably could have got away with 0.7, 0.6, maybe even 0.5, but I just pushed it just a little bit more. Naturally, it makes it louder, and so I just took a trim plug-in and decreased that back down to about where we started, just kind of getting out what I put in, gain staging, if you call it. But I definitely just took out the trim. And because we got a now dynamic vocal, I wasn't really focused on the dynamics because I really like how this was recorded and produced vocal wise. And so the only thing, I didn't care about squishing it, making it fit with inside the vocal. It sounds really good to me. I just threw on a limiter just to kind of, if it becomes too much, it'll limit that. So after that, went on to the processing, and like I told you guys, my goal was to use stock effects. The exception to that was this slap delay bus here, and I threw that on because that was a part of the, I kept that because that was a part of the production. I liked how that sounded. So we're using the Waves H delay to get a slap delay effect, and it's being automated on both me and my brother's vocals. And so that's just there to kind of put those vocals in a different space, make it sound like it's distant, not distant, but like give it a sense of space in saying it in so many words. But as far as the reverb, I went with 2 reverbs because I felt like the vocals were too dry. I probably could have got away with it, but listening in my headphones versus my speakers, listening to it, it just kind of sounded a little bit dry in my headphones. And so I just threw on 2 instances of effects, which goes to show you, don't be afraid to use effects on top of effects. If you want that pro amateur sound, not amateur, pro amateur, wow. If you want that professional sound, if you want, to do it how the pros do it, don't be afraid to put effects on top of effects, okay? What I mean by that is, just because you use a delay and a reverb doesn't mean that you can't use another reverb. You just have to have an intention behind it. So let me explain my intention. So I threw on the deverb, and we have a room preset. And so what I did, this is my room track, my room aux basically. And what this is emulating is it's just putting my vocal, making my vocal sound like I'm in a roomy space, hence room reverb. So all it's doing is making me sound like I'm in some sort of ambience. Okay, so we got a very fast decay time of 354 milliseconds, which is about the size of a medium sized room, although it says small. Um, but it's about the size of a medium sized room if you're looking for reflections and echoes and reverb in a small room. So the only thing I don't like about using stock or plugins that are quite inexpensive or come with your DAW is that they can tend to sound digital. And what I mean by that is it doesn't sound like it has any depth to it, and that's portrayed when you that's kind of like exaggerated when you don't add any low passing or any high cut. If you don't cut those highs, you'll really get that sound. So when I added this room sound, it just sounded so boring, flat, and just so I took a high cut and at about 6,000 hertz because I wanted to eliminate any sibilance in the reverb, and I also wanted to just kind of make this sound more like an expensive plugin, in so many words. Alternatively, what you can do is also add, if your reverb doesn't come with EQ settings, which I don't know why it wouldn't, I would just take a EQ, maybe sometimes even an addition, and just cut out a lot of that low end and cut out a lot of that high end to where it just sounds to where it sounds right, basically. So I always turn my reverb all the way up, except for, and when I get the sound that I want, I just turn it down until I can barely hear that reverb. And so with this room, I wanted this to basically spread the vocals out, make them sound wider than they actually are, instead of just sounding, condensed and in the middle. And so right after I do that, I'm like, okay, I need to add, now I'm trying to give this a sense of space, like in a sense that I want this to sound like a record. Okay. And so the way that I wanted to do that was to, and I also wanted to accent the room reverb. So every effect that I'm doing is in addition, and it's playing off of the previous effect. And so we got the room. Now I want to add a plate reverb. And so I go to the deverb, come to the plate setting, do a large plate. I basically keep it on the settings that it came with. However, now I'm using this reverb as an effect. So we're taking out way more of this high frequencies, of those high frequencies. So we got we're cutting down to 3.15 kilohertz. And I did a little bit more at 11,000 hertz. So you also have this low pass. It's basically the same thing. I don't know why they add the high frequency cut and low pass filter. It's the same thing. So, and that's all because that plate reverb is very metallic, and it just, when you have that high end on this stock reverb, I love the deverb. It sounds amazing. But now that I've stepped into that realm of like reverb emulations, I noticed that this just sounds too digital to me. And so I just got to cut that out. This pre-delay we set, that's just basically the time it takes for that reverb to kick in. So we set it at about 22 milliseconds. It kind of gives us more of a whooshing effect. Basically, forgive me for the terms that I'm using. I can only explain how I'm hearing it. And so you hear the vocal, and then all of a sudden it kind of delays, kind of makes it sound delayed, or give it a delayed effect. So I did just enough of that. In addition, speaking of delay, and going into why you shouldn't be afraid to use effects. Naturally, I would just throw on a reverb track or a reverb send it to some delay, rather, send it to some delay and just be done with it. However, I didn't want that delay to be noticeable, especially because of how spacious, how much space this this beat allows us to be. So I really had to be careful because you can really hear all of the effects that's going on, and I want you to be able to feel it in this instance. And so I threw on a delay right in the reverb track, and I know heads are going like, what you can't add reverb on top of delay. Hey man, you can do whatever you want. So my idea behind this is to delay the reverb. I know that sounds weird, but my goal is to, when you hear the delay, you're not hearing the delay as what the vocal is saying. You're hearing the delay as it's going through the reverb. So the reverb is going into the delay, and the delay is delaying the reverb. So you got this plethora, you got this like, menage of effects happening. So you got a room reverb, which gives you one space, and then you got the plate reverb that gives you another space, and then you got the delay that's delaying the reverb. It just sends it to this really ethereal space. And I kind of got inspired with a lot of these techniques from two engineers. That's Chris Lord Algie, and who's produced a lot of rock songs. And believe me, I go to rock to listen to, a lot of mixes. And the idea is, I get a lot of ideas listening to how they mix rock. And the other basically producer that I listen to is Ilangelo, who it happens to be The Weeknd's producer. So if you listen to The Weeknd vocals, it's just like this ethereal sound that just captures you. And the reason that is because he's using effects on top of effects on top of effects. So I did as much as I could with the delay or with the stock plugins. And I didn't have to do much. I like the sound that I got. And so that's pretty much cool. I like that the way that it is. I'm definitely gonna move on. Because I can talk about stuff like that for hours and hours. And so we'll move on to the second verse, which is my brother's, and I'm gonna listen. And I wanted to take a break too, because you got to take breaks, especially if you're mixing in headphones. So I want to talk to you about what's going on. So I'm gonna mix this. I'm gonna mix my brother's vocals, and then I'll come back and explain everything that I did with his vocals. All right, let's go.
With precision, they rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go, while a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to Maestro. It's the call up, bro.
Drive-by's done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking for listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yes, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap, just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still in.
With precision, they rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah.
Drive-by's done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking for listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yes, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climbed.
There we go.
Treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on that love, my nigga. We drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a street.
Sounds a little bit boxy.
Drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started.
So that really just opened that up.
Artist, money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking, Drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going dope. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on that love, my nigga. We boss, and I'm with all of my niggas.
Okay, hold on.
Drive-bys done in the Sprinter.
So I only want that. I don't think I did that. I only want that slap delay to come in on this part when he first comes in. So we'll do that real quick.
What's the call up, bro?
Drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block.
This is basically what it's doing.
Drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Drive-bys done in the Sprinter. Drive-bys done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking if I don't listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on that love, my nigga. We boss, and I'm with all of my niggas, but still it costs. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome.
Wait, let me do that.
Drive-by's done in the Sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking for listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap, just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution.
Okay, so this is beautiful. I got all of the hook tracks routed to one. Well, I got basically all my routing set up, but I intentionally routed everything, all of the hook vocals to a hook bus so that I can affect them all at once. Beautiful, I know.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Okay. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss.
There you go.
Cause bitch, I'm awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss.
Let's start with what's already there, cause I don't want it to sound different.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Okay.
That's got to go.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on it. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome.
Let's try some effects. Let's go for some effects. Let's have some fun. Let's see what we got.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Okay.
I may only have to go with. I'm so used to using third-party plugins.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we.
I think that's all I got. You know what? I didn't download the Avid bundle. Oh, that's what it was. Let's see. So I'm using this free plugin called Tau Chorus because I didn't download the Avid bundle like I was supposed to do in my assignment. So this is a free plugin that you could use, so you don't have to spend any money.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their love. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution.
And I'm just trying something out.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on that love, my nigga, we boss. And I'm with all.
I think that introduced more. I just kind of want to take it out of that space, but you know, I don't want to have to go through third-party plugins because that's not the goal here. Let's see what we got in the fix. Maybe I got something free in here. Nah, nothing in here is free. So we'll settle for some slap delay going into it.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on that love, my nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect.
You know what? We'll take it off because it kind of muddies up. It kind of like takes away from the movement that's happening in the background. So what I'll settle for is a delay. I'll go with that.
Niggas be talking, niggas be down on that.
And I think we already got that as a stock plugin.
Niggas be.
We'll just add some effect to make it sound cool.
Niggas be.
See, gotta use what you have. And when you force to use what you have, you become more resourceful, creative, whatever you need to do.
Niggas be talking.
And this is probably unorthodox, but we'll add some delay on top of the delay. But this is a different type of delay. So we'll have this going at about maybe 15 milliseconds. Maybe 10. We'll try 10. Or about there. And then we'll have this going at about 20. Let's go 25. Make it noticeable. We'll link that. And turn down this dry effect.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be talking.
Okay, it's not as noticeable. And so, oh, definitely want to turn the feedback down to 0. So we don't want that to linger. Let's go bold. Let's go 30 and 60 on the other side. So 30 milliseconds on the right, 60 milliseconds, 30 milliseconds on the left, 60 milliseconds on the right. Kind of going to give that delay. Once that delay comes through, it's going to give the delay a slap effect. So the idea is that we're just making it sound a little bit more stereoized instead of it being just dead in the middle. And then we're going to give it more of like the galaxy tape effect, where you're adding delay and reverb. So it's kind of like what we did on the plate reverb effect, but we're doing it backwards. So we're doing delay into reverb, and that's going to give the delay some space. Whereas in the reverb then delay, we're adding delay to the space that we created. I know. I think like that when I'm mixing. I'm always on a what if basis.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on that love, my nigga.
Let's solo it so we can see how it sounds.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on that love, my nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my.
And then we'll modulate it, just to kind of give it like a up and down movement.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on that love, my nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of.
First of all, we gotta affect how fast this is going. So we'll start at about 500.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on that love, my nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it caution. Niggas be wanting my respect. That shit gon' come.
And I'm intentionally using milliseconds instead of syncing it to a tempo. One, because I didn't feel like setting the tempo So I didn't do that. But I just feel like it gives it more of that old school natural approach to delay. And when you don't have everything synced up, it just kind of forces you to really listen to the delay and hear what's on time. And you're not going to be perfect, and that's what makes it beautiful. And so a lot of what I'm doing is very approximate. So I'm not trying to get the perfect setting. And I think that's the beauty of it. And so let's add a deverb. I'm a producer first. And so that's really why I get into the mindset that I do. So a lot of this is production, but you know, I'm doing it in the mixing stage. So
Niggas be talking.
yeah, so it's kind of giving it that galaxy tape effect. Not as close because we're using stock, but we can emulate the same thing doing that.
Niggas be talking.
So that's all it does. So you hear the difference of, let's solo this.
Niggas be talking.
You hear the difference of delay going into reverb as opposed to reverb going into delay.
Niggas be talking.
You see what I'm saying? So we're adding delay to the space when we do the first effect, which is reverb into delay. And in this case, we're adding space to the delay when we're doing the second option, which is the delay settings that we chose. So because we are already throwing on, I'm going to take off this plate, and I think I fell in love with the delay setting. And so
niggas be talking. Niggas be down on their love, my nigga, we bosses.
But what I may do, because it's the hook, I like to make the hook sound grandeur or grand. I'm going to add a hall. Where's my hall? So, I think I already got the deverb on. So I like to keep this deverb on the default setting. I don't touch anything. I love how the default setting is on the deverb. So let's hear what it's actually doing and if it's going to make sense.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on their love, my nigga, we bosses.
So naturally, sounds just too digital to me now. And so I just like to take out as much as I can on that.
Niggas be talking.
And we don't want to muddy it up, so I'm adding a low pass of about 200 hertz.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on their love, my nigga, we bosses.
And I'm going to use a free plugin called the A1 stereo control, and we're just going to push that reverb out to the sides a little bit more, just increase the stereo width.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on their love, my nigga, we bosses.
And we're going to blend it in by listening to the music.
Niggas be talking. Niggas be down on their love, my nigga, we bosses. And I'm with all of my niggas, but see what it costs. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Okay.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, now that we've added these effects, now the song is starting to come together. It's starting to sound like a record. And we're adding these effects on top of effects. So it's not just the standard reverb or the standard delay. I want you to really experiment with adding effects on top of effects. I'm telling you guys, it changed my life. All right. So with that, I think this song is pretty much done from what I hear. And I didn't really have to touch much. You notice I didn't have to go in and touch a lot of plugins. And we use nothing but stock plugins. And so I want to listen back to this song and see how far we've come.
Ayy, had to make a turn like a elbow. Now I'm on a whole new level. Everything I'm doing is on schedule. Yeah. I'm a stand-up nigga, need a special. Foreign shit, foot on the pedal. Why the fuck would I ever settle? Woo! I'm just hanging around on my folks, laughing, smoking, cracking good jokes, making moves like we're still broke. Woo! Had to put the top on a milk carton. Used to have to eat top ramen. Niggas bad and wanna be starting, but niggas be talking. Niggas be down on they luck, but nigga we bossin'. And I'm with all of my niggas, proceed with caution. That's that icing on the cake, nigga, that's that frosting. Yeah, I'm awesome. I just got a call on the lick. Touchdown when I'm with your bitch. I'm a dog to pussy like I'm Vic. And she with a nigga cause I'm rich. Type of money make you jump ship. Told her she could call in sick. I could never fall for that bitch. DJ shit, I'm all in the mix. Top floor making all decisions. Gotta do it all with precision. They rely on me for the provision. Whoa, yeah. I can get you touched, this a go. While a nigga chillin' on the coast. I just made the call to Maestro. What's the call up, bro?
Drive-by's done in a sprinter, and we spin the block till it's finished. I can hear you talking for listen. Investments that I made on the low, wine, cheese, and even on the woes. Why the fuck you niggas talking goals? Yeah, so now I know I'm going gold. Record label know it's all on me. Settled in them places, I need peace. More time to build up a streak, all because of what I did on beats. You can even finish what you started. Masterpiece, I'm my own artist. Money talking even when I'm silent. I just get it all and rewind it. I just get it all, then rewind it. Same reason why your girl climax. Hidden treasure, tell me where to find it. Know exactly who I gotta tap, just to put the city on the map. Local players, I don't even tax. Self-control still intact. You know the vibes, nigga. Niggas be talking, niggas be down on their luck. My nigga, we boss. And I'm with all of my niggas, pursue it cost. Niggas be wanting my respect, that shit gon' cost them. Cause bitch, I'm awesome. Okay.
Right. So there you have it. I like the way that sounds. Um I'm really like I gotta say I've mixed this song a couple of times. This may be the final version of the mix because we've gone through about 4 or 5 passes. I believe it was about 4 or 5 passes of this, and with these stock plugins, this may be the best version I've mixed. And so I'm pretty happy with how this sounds. Naturally, there are a lot of things that I have to fix. There are a lot of things that I have to sweeten up. As you can see, I was kind of tweaking them as I went through. Everything sounds good. Like I said, there's automation, there's sweetening that needs to be done. There's, we gotta make sure that everything is balanced. But as far as how this record makes me feel using these stock plugins, this is probably the first time I really enjoyed listening to this song. Not that I didn't like the song before, because obviously I wouldn't have did it, but hearing this song in this light, I can honestly say this is pretty much the best version that I've heard so far. And we've gotten that using stock plugins. So the moral of the story is you don't have to have the best to be the best. Don't go out here trying to buy the most expensive stuff. I've been in studios where easily $10,000 to $20,000 worth of equipment. I've gone out feeling like I recorded in the worst space possible. And, it's not to shame anybody, not to put out any names, but I've also gone into just very intimate home studios and really have gotten some masterpieces out of it. When I first started, the thing I wish I'd known when I first started was, yes, you see these top level engineers using $10,000 compressors, $20,000 microphones. I've said that backwards. $20,000 compressors, $10,000 microphones. You know, they got the best acoustic treatment, the best monitors that money can buy. They got tens of thousands of compressors. Even going into the plugins, they got every single plugin you can think of. What I can tell you about that, and what someone told me, is that these engineers can account, they have artists that they can account this equipment for. And these engineers are also working on dozens of songs a day. And so their equipment, you know, they need to make sure that what they can use is there for them, because their goal is efficiency, effectiveness through efficiency. And so, yes, you know, they have these thousands of dollars worth of compressors and EQs and every gadget to make their studio look like a aviation control room. But I can say, one, they've spent years learning each piece of equipment to the T, even down to the plugins, which, you know, of course, plugins are more new, but they emulate these hardwares. And they also have the wherewithal and the know-how to solve problems. And that's all mixing is. It's solving a problem. And every decision that you make is affecting the entire mix as a whole. And great engineers know that it doesn't take the best gear to do what it is that we do. And they've proven that. It's like, you know, now we're moving into, you know, what we call in the box mixing. You know, our argument was, oh, these engineers have hardware and that's why their mixes sound better. Well, a handful of these guys, if not all of them, are now moving to in the box because it's just more efficient. But I can tell you, they take those same techniques and they have these same plugins that you and I can grab. They have these same, you know, DAWs that you and I can just grab easy on the consumer market. And I can guarantee you they can get the same sound out of these plugins that you and I both have access to and get great results, because they know it's not about the gear, it's about the ear. Okay. And they also know, great engineers know, that great mixes come from great recording, great production, great songwriting, and a great performance. So you, instead of worrying about getting the best gear, focus on those four. Focus on writing better songs. Focus on having a better production, learning production techniques, you know, music composition wise and vocal wise. You know, learn vocal recording techniques so that you won't really have to mix. Unknowingly, when I didn't have the money to pay for the expensive gear, all of that expensive plugins or the best monitors to listen to, and I'll be upfront and honest with you guys, I don't have the best monitors. I'm listening through some PreSonus Eris 3.5s, and I chose these speakers. I chose these monitors. Why? Because my room is not that big. I don't need to have the most expensive monitors sitting in a space that I can't acoustically treat. I'd just rather mix on headphones. It's frowned upon. We didn't have all of these oral plugins, like oral is the word, oral, not oral. We didn't have all of these plugins that help you, you know, sit you in a room, like the Waves NX series or the Slate digital headphones or the Slate, you know, Steven Slate headphones. We didn't have all of those. We didn't have the SonarWorks reference. I had some $50 headphones that I had to make everything sound good through. And after years of being frustrated of not getting the right sound, I honestly went through a phase where I was like, I gotta have every plugin. That's the reason I'm not making good mixes. And all that did was hinder me. I knew about a lot of plugins. I knew of a lot of plugins. But as far as how to best utilize those plugins, I struggled. So I spent the last maybe 2, 3, 4 years having to unlearn everything that I went through just to be able to learn how to properly record a vocal, how to, produce a track in a way where everything sits well and I won't have to mix. I won't have to spend hours mixing. I listen to this song and I'm like, first thing I'm thinking, oh, muddy. Okay, I know how to attack muddiness. I know how to listen for muddiness. I know when it becomes too much, too overpowering. Let's take that out. Once I can take that out, we move on. So, like I said, the moral of the story is to trust your ear. It's not the plugins. It's not the gear. It's not the hardware. It's not your monitors. It's not your headphones. It's not even what you see. It's not your spectrum analyzers. It's not your real-time analyzers on your EQ curves, showing you your EQ curves. It's not any of that. It's your ear. It's what you hear. And how do you get better at hearing music? You listen to a lot of music. But listen with intent. Don't listen from a consumer perspective on your favorite songs. Really listen to what is getting you to groove. What's got you really liking this song? Is it the production? Is it the melody? Is it the lyrics? Is it the mixing itself? Is it the way the person sings? That has everything to do with mixing. Because once you listen to that and listen with intent, you'll be able to start to hear how they compare to your mixes. Listen to your favorite song and then listen to your song and see where they differ. My vocals used to always be bright. But rather than take a EQ and cut out, now I'm reducing my vocals abilities. I'm potential. Now I'm just step away from the mic or use a mic that has a darker tone. For me, I found dynamic microphones work. It doesn't mean that I don't use condenser microphones. I just haven't found one that fits my style. And also one that I can afford. But that don't mean that I'm out here not using the microphone that I don't have. I use what I got. Sometimes what you're hearing me through is a $20 microphone. It's the Behringer XM 8500. I bought this thing 5 years ago just because it was cheap. And because of what I know now, I'm able to take this microphone and you hear me the way that you do. A lot of gems, a lot of reels coming. Lot of reels is coming out of this one video. Trust me, you guys, I'm going to be flooding YouTube with shorts within the next few weeks because this was therapy for me. This was therapy tonight. And I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed you guys. Thank you for watching. Just for stopping by before you go. Just for stopping by, I got a free gift for you. It's my 7 concepts of efficient mixing. Having an efficient workflow, setting up your workflow, setting up your mixing, and having the mindset of a mixing engineer to be able to crank out better, faster mixes. Got that for you for free just by going to mixedby8i.vision. That's mixed by 8, the number 8, i.vision. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the description below. With that said, My name is Mixed by Eli, and this has been another episode of Session Mesh. I appreciate you guys for listening. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.